Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Texas Rangers franchise here on MLB The Show 21 and the MSM Sports Network. It is episode 40, which it is hard for me to believe that we've done 40 of these already, but I do appreciate all the support that you've given me. If you do me a favor, give this video a like and leave your comment on what your favorite part of the series has been so far. And if you have a Twitter account, head over to MSM Sports. It'll be linked in the description, and give me a follow to interact with me on a more daily basis. Well, it is the middle of the month of June, and the Rangers are taking on the San Diego Padres. We're coming off of a very successful homestand. We split the Astros series to begin the month, and we also split with the Dodgers after losing that first game that we played in rather heartbreaking fashion. But the Rangers found their feet and had a great homestand. Now back out on the road, going to the West Coast, and we have a 3-game series on MLB Network against the San Diego Padres. Of course, the Rangers are 21 games over 500, 6.5 games up in the division, but this team is far from complete. And as I look at it, I think the Rangers need another piece, specifically in the infield, to round out this team. Now, Nick Solak is playing some great baseball, and I was tempted to let that situation ride and see if he could complete another really solid season, but I started exploring the trade market, and I think that having another infielder on this team that can provide some pop off the bench or even start mixing in starts with Nick Solak is the route that we need to go. And so we went to the trade market, where I would do a little bit of digging and find a couple of deals. Now, I know it's only the month of June. We're not into July even, and certainly nowhere close to the trade deadline. I don't think that we're going to be done after we make these moves. But when I was looking at the trades that have been acquired so far, the Blue Jays making a move for right-handed pitcher Dan Altavilla, and the Red Sox are also really starting to get into things. Of course, they're having this massive comeback after a terrible start, but they've acquired Victor Reyes from the Tigers, also Jose Iglesias from the Rockies. So a couple of the teams that are in contention are making moves, and I didn't want to get left behind. So we do have a couple of needs. First of all, we have a need for an infielder, and then I think we also want to go ahead and bolster our relief pitching. And the first team that I would turn to would be the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now, the Pirates have an interesting situation. They're not competitive this year and probably won't be competitive for at least another season. And they've got a couple of really good second basemen. Adam Frazier is currently their starter on a 4-year deal, and he's just in the first year of that deal. And they have Nick Gonzalez, a potential 23-year-old, in the wings. They've also got Kevin Newman. Kevin Newman is having a great season, a borderline all-star. In fact, he's third place in the National League for second base votes, I should say. And he's doing really good at the plate right now. 270 the average, hitting right-handed pitching very, very well. 6 home runs, 20 RBIs. He's also worked 19 walks, and in the field, he doesn't make a lot of errors. Just 2 errors made so far. He does have a positive WAR, and I was interested in acquiring Kevin Newman. Now, it was going to take a little bit of effort to get this deal done, and the pieces that I decided to move, first and foremost, are 25-year-old Tyler Phillips. Tyler Phillips is a guy who's pitched at the major league level. He pitched for us last season in 7 games, 1-0 in his major league career. He also had a save, ironically enough. He's a kid that's very, very talented, throws hard, has a great breaking ball, as you guys saw in the series last season. But there's just too many guys at this in this big league pipeline for us really to think that he's got a major league future. So we're going to move on from Tyler Phillips. I'm going to add Blaine Krim and Connor Blair as well. And in return, the Pirates are going to kick in a starting pitcher, 25-year-old Max Kranick, who is currently with their AAA affiliate in Indianapolis. Hard-throwing right-hander will complete the deal, and the Texas Rangers are active in the hot stove market. We've made our first move of the season, and Kevin Newman is now a Texas Ranger. The second move that we're going to make is in response to bringing Kevin Newman onto the big league roster. Now, Yanni Hernandez has had some ups and downs with Texas, and he's been so much fun to play with. Obviously, a very fast infielder that doesn't bring much of a bat, but is so much fun to steal on the base paths. He doesn't strike out a lot. He makes a lot of contact, but he's not all that valuable to a team that's chasing a World Series ring unless you're talking about strictly off the bench as a defensive replacement and a speedy guy on the base paths. Now, we're also going to throw in shortstop Trey Cruz, who's 24 years old. We signed him as a free agent last season, and this organization is just so stacked with infielders that he's just not going to have a chance to move up. Meanwhile, the White Sox need more young infield talent. They've got a couple of guys that are in their organization, but older guys like Brandon Crawford, Wilmer Flores are up right now. They've also got Yolbert Sanchez, who's not exactly a spring chicken. So we're going to flip them Trey Cruz, and then just the final piece to basically sweeten the pot, we're going to throw them relief pitcher Hunter Wood. Of course, Hunter has had an incredible career with Texas. His highest ERA was back in 2021, 3.45 in his rookie season. A guy who waited to age 27 to make his major league debut, and he served the Rangers so well that I do hate to see him go. But again, he's another guy that when you're chasing a World Series championship, he's not necessarily a guy that moves the needle. He is pitching phenomenally, though, at AAA, and like I said, really sweetens the pot here. The Rangers, on the other hand, are getting an absolute stud in the bullpen. Matt Foster is coming back over to the Texas Rangers, as well as the young shortstop Jose Rodriguez. Foster is 28 years old and having a breakout season at the big league level. He's 0-1 with 2 saves and 5 holds, but look at that sparkling 1.71 ERA. It's been a career season for him so far, and with the White Sox back in the Central and not seriously contending like they thought they would trade Matt Foster to the Texas Rangers for a couple of young infielders and a relief pitcher who has done a heck of a job at AAA. Our corresponding roster move is to send Sam Gaviglio down to AAA, with Matt Foster coming over and adding to our major league rotation. That sets the team back at 26, and I'll reset the AAA and AA guys in just a moment. I don't think Matt Foster is going to wear 63 for us. That's kind of an odd number that I believe is actually Wes Benjamin. So we'll make sure that Foster gets a different number, but I'm so excited about him. Fastball slider guy, has a very strong changeup as well. 28-year-old from the state of Alabama, is proud to be in Ranger threads, as is our new second baseman, Kevin Newman. As I mentioned, Newman is a borderline all-star and was receiving a lot of votes from the Pirates. In fact, might have been the favorite to be the Pirates all-star representative. Now, he's not going to take over starting at second base. Right now, I think what I'm going to do is play him against right-handers because Nick Solak struggles so much against righties. But Solak is really starting to hit the ball well again, and he dominates left-handed pitching. So Nick will start against lefties, and we will start Kevin Newman against right-handed pitching. Here's a look at the pitching matchup for today's game. Tyler Beede, the former Giant, taking on Aaron Sanchez, the man that we tried to sign this offseason, but instead he chose to go with the San Diego Padres, and, well, maybe both sides wishing things had worked out just a little bit differently, as the Padres wearing their digital camo jerseys tonight, and Sanchez not rocking an impressive record. 2-5, an ERA almost to 6, and, well, here in the first inning, you're going to see why. The first pitch of the ballgame nearly takes Sanchez's head off, and, well, David Dahl on his way to second base. He'll slide in safely, and the Rangers have a man in scoring position just one pitch in. Next batter, Ketel Marte. He's going the other way with a little perfect contact, and just like that, the runners are at first and third for our guy, Trevor Story. Story has been in fuego at the plate the last several episodes, and that continues here. Base hit right back up the middle. The Rangers get the first run across in just 7 pitches, and Texas leads 1-0 over the Padres. But Sanchez would work out of it. He gets the next batter, and then Randy Florentino hits one on the nose, but right at Tatis at short, and the Padres turn a little 6-4-3 double play to limit the damage to just 1 run. For the Rangers, it was Tyler Beede on the mound, 5-3 with an ERA of 3.7, and he faces Nathaniel Zepeda, one of the first draft picks of this series, to see Major League action, as Zepeda was drafted in the 2021 MLB draft. And you get a look at the Padres lineup here. Behind him, it is a whole lot of power, especially in the middle part of that lineup. Well, with one out and a runner on, Manny Machado spoils a good opportunity. He pops this one right up the chute. You see Kevin Newman for the first time in a Ranger uniform. And that brings up Tatis himself, second on the Padres with a .321 average. But down in the count 1 and 2 here, and it's Tyler Beede who wins the battle. A fastball in on the hands, and the Padres don't strike back in the bottom of the inning. Here's Kevin Newman in his first Texas Rangers at bat, and, well, he was third in the National League voting for second base. That translates to fourth in the American League, and, well, his first Ranger at bat, nothing to write home about as he flies out to Zepeda in left field. Head to the bottom of the second now, and it's Joey Gallo batting here for the Padres, a newly shaven Joey Gallo. I really don't like that character model look now that he's on the Yankees and the new face scan's in the game, but it is what it is. And the 1-2 pitch here just misses upstairs as Beede and Gallo have a good battle going. 2-2 though, and Beede wins this contest as Gallo swings right through a curveball. Next batter, Victor Caratini. He will pop out harmlessly to left field, and the Padres strand their second base runner in as many innings. Top of the third now, David Dahl. He's 1 for 1. Well, let's make it 2 for 2. Dahl doubled right up the middle the last time. This time he is elaborating on the spray chart just a little bit and goes the other way for a one-out double. 2-2 now to Ketel Marte, and this ball is blasted deep out to right field, but Gallo makes the catch. Didn't even get to the warning track, in fact, and Dahl has to scamper back. Trevor Story up now. Rangers looking for an insurance run. And Story trying to provide two. Deep out to right center field. And it dies again. If you watched this season in Season 2, you know that the wind blows in here in San Diego and just seems to knock down perfect contact even before it gets to the warning track out there. As Beede strikes out Zepeda. And with 2 outs now, it's Eric Hosmer trying to go into right field, but Tyler Naquin there to make the catch. And the Padres gone here in the third inning. Just 1 hit off of Beede through 3 frames. Well, a 1-0 count here on Randy Florentino as he'll dunk this one into shallow center field, or will he? What a play made by Trent Grisham. As you get a look at the replay, Grisham goes full Superman extension here. 64 feet covered and 100% route efficiency. And he robs a single from Randy Florentino. 2-1 though here on Josh Young, and that ball right off the ankle of Aaron Sanchez. He's a little hobbled up there, but the very next pitch, it gets worse. A line drive that hits him in the back off of Kevin Newman's bat. Newman's got a base hit, and Sanchez has now taken back-to-back balls. He's attracting baseballs like another famous sports star.
And here it comes.
Oh, Sterling makes another tremendous save.
And North Carolina's wasting no mother of pearl.
Sterling scores.
Welcome to the heavyweight bout between Sterling's face and everything else.
He looks as though he could be praying.
The peaceful visage of head trauma.
We are all witnesses.
Testify.
Okay, so maybe not that bad, but Aaron Sanchez does hobble up, and he will continue, surprisingly, just like Scott Sterling. Unlike Sterling, though, he's not going to get to play the hero here. Tyler Naquin again goes deep to the wall in right field, and both runs will score as Newman slides headfirst across home plate. Tyler Naquin has now driven in all 3 runs today for the Rangers. And we head to the bottom of the fourth as Manny Machado up to the plate, trying to go in the right center field gap, and he'll get it down. Marte will spin and fire this one into second base, but the throw just late, and Machado with a head-first dive has a hustling double to put the first runner of the game in scoring position for the Padres. Next batter, Fernando Tatis Jr. He struck out the first time, and he's 0 for 2, a little double dip at the plate. We skip ahead now, 2 outs. Trent Grisham with a hanging curveball, but it's right out to Ketel Marte, and he makes the easy catch. Speaking of Marte, with 1 out here in the top of the 5th, he's going to the gap in left center field. That will bang up against the boards out in the outfield. And Marte, another double for the Rangers to put yet another runner in scoring position. It's Trevor Story up now, and Story missed the gap the first time. He's going to beat Grisham this time. Grisham a cartwheel, but he can't stop it, and it's all the way to the wall. Off the high heat sign, the runner comes around to score, and Trevor Story has an RBI triple to put the Rangers up 4-0. Couple of batters later now, Randy Florentino scalds one out to left field. It'll be caught by Zepeda, but Story easily scores, and Texas has put up a 5 spot against the Friars here tonight. Bottom of the inning now, it's Joey Gallo still looking for his first base hit of the night, as he has struck out a couple of times. In the 1-2 pitch here, well, it's going to strike out again. Gallo down swinging on another nasty curveball from Tyler Beede, and the inning would come to an unceremonious end as Zepeda grounding into a 5-4-3 double play. The Padres had gotten 2 men on for just the second time tonight, but once again, they squander the runner in scoring position. Bottom of the 7th now, Trent Grisham finally teeing off against Beede, and this would spell the end of Beede's night as Grisham going to cruise into third base, just narrowly missing a solo home run to get the Padres on the board. And as I mentioned, that would be the end of Tyler's night. Still a very quality start for him. And now the former top prospect from the Padres organization, Mckenzie Gore, on to pitch against the team that drafted him, and he'll face Joey Gallo. 2-0 pitch and a fastball finally drilled right back up the middle. Gallo gets on the board in the hit column, and he drives in the first run of the night for the Friars as well. Nobody out still in the inning. It's Victor Carantini to the plate. He swings at the first pitch, and it's a weak grounder out to Newman. 4-6-3, an easy double play as the Rangers roll it up, and the Padres start over in the inning. But Ha-Seong Kim not ready to turn the lights out on this party just yet. He sizzles one down the right field line. Naquin misplays it initially, but he's able to hold Ha-Seong Kim to just his 10th double of the season. And that would bring up, with 2 outs, Nathaniel Zepeda. Not much has gone right for him tonight, and it's going to continue that way. Trevor Story with a platinum gold glove level play at short as he dives to his right off a couple of bounces and takes away an RBI single from Zepeda. Fantastic glove work from our franchise shortstop, and we go to the 8th. It's Tyler Naquin again to the plate. He's doubled twice. Let's make it 3 times. This time going to left center field. 1 run will come around to score. Texas leads it 6-1 now as Tyler Naquin has his 3rd double of the night. 3 RBI doubles. That's almost half the total doubles he has during the entire season coming in. As Mckenzie Gore right back to work in the bottom of the 8th. Gives up a couple of hard shots here, as you saw that one just a moment ago. Now, Fernando Tatis Jr., the 0-2 pitch ripped out to left field, but Dahl has it measured just in front of the warning track, and we go to the 9th. The Ranger bats, though, not done quite yet. Up 6-1 against the lefty Tim Hill, and Trevor Story continues to play pepper with that right center field gap. The opposing teams have started not to shift him quite as much, and that's ultimately going to pay to their advantage, but I don't know why they shifted him in the beginning. His 2nd double of the night makes it 7-1, and then Willie Calhoun, 1 pitch later. Cue the natural. This one is into the patio seating in right field. Willie Calhoun does it again. His 11th home run of the season, and the Texas Rangers lead this one 9-1. It's an absolute blowout for Texas as we go to the bottom of the 9th, and it is Matt Foster, the brand new Ranger, on in relief. He'll strike Gallo out for the 3rd time tonight, and Texas takes the opener of the series over the Padres in style, 9-1. 9 runs, 16 hits for Texas, and just 1 error, which was a little bit of a glitch earlier in the game. Didn't cost us anything, though. The Padres get 1 run on 7 hits. Well, an incredible game for the Rangers, and we push to 7.5 games over the Houston Astros for first place in the division. When we come back next time, we will get through the rest of the month of June and move into July as the playoff race starts to heat up. We head towards the All-Star break as the Texas Rangers are on cruise control and looking to win their second division title in as many years. Until next time, so long, everybody.